It's day 11 of the 30-day yoga slash Pilates challenge with Yoga with Cassandra. Today's practice is going to be a 10-minute practice. There'll be a full body flow. Um, that's all I know. So full body usually has, I don't know, for yoga anyway, it's got strength and balance and flexibility. I'm new to Pilates, so I'm not exactly sure what that means for Pilates, but we shall see. I hope you guys can join me for this practice. I do try to do yoga, some type of yoga almost every single day. I am on this 2025 wellness challenge. I should say it's a lifetime wellness challenge where I try to make sure that I'm doing something good for my spirit, my mind, and my body each and every day. And I like yoga for that reason, that I think it's good for all the above. The breathing is very meditative and it helps clear your mind. It kind of it allows you to let go of the things that don't serve you so that you just have peace of mind. It's a time for gratitude and reflection, and so I do find myself, thanking God during my practice just for my ability to be here on the mat today and to do the things that I'm able to do with and in my body. And I'm always thankful for peace of mind. I tell you, cannot take for granted that you wake up in your right mind and that you are able to think for yourself, that you're able to speak, that you're able to move, all of those things. Not everybody is so lucky. I'm actually witnessing that every day with my dad. If you have followed me, then you know. If you haven't been following me, you don't know that I've got aging parents. My father's 88 years old, and he had a stroke back in 2020, and I helped him through that rehab to really strengthen his body. And he got back about, I say, 95%. But this year he had a stroke in June and another set of strokes in July. And this time it left him with cognitive deficiencies, and I think I'm just going to have to own up to the fact that he has dementia, and it seems to be getting worse day by day. And so he sometimes, isn't sure who he is, can't necessarily remember who his kids are, at least their names, and grandkids, and people that were very important to him. The conversations that we have aren't normal conversations. And my poor mother, I just saw her crying yesterday because I was having a conversation with my father, and she just kind of is so sad because she feels like his lights are just going out, as she said it. So do things for your mind, do things to strengthen your body, do things to take care of yourself. So hopefully, as you get older in life, you won't have to suffer things like, stroke or dementia or Alzheimer's, that type of stuff. So that's why I do it. I just want to be able to appreciate my life each and every day and kind of show up and be the best version of myself. And when I'm being intentional about being good to my mind, my spirit, and my body, it helps me to accomplish that goal. And life is good, and it helps to balance the stress as well. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling. Let me just go on ahead and jump into this practice. Again, it's going to be a 10-minute morning yoga and Pilates. This will be a full body flow. Before I do that, I'm going to do my normal warm-up, which is a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand. And I do these things for a few reasons. One is the inversions are very good for getting your blood pumping in your heart. Helps with your circulation because your blood is able to flow in a different direction. The inversions also help with balance and core strength. Handstands for sure help with shoulder strength as well. Back bends help with spine, the mobility of your spine and flexibility of your spine, so that things like arthritis don't get the best of you in your old age. I am 58 years old, and I'm happy that I can still do these things. It's wonderful to be able to do the things that you enjoyed, when you were a little kid. So I get a kick out of the fact that I can. Now, granted, I'm probably not as bold in doing some of these things, because as a kid, I could just, do kind of like flips and walkovers and splits and all these things and do them anywhere. Now when I do a handstand, I'm a little closer to the wall, so that I don't worry about falling. On the back bend, I take my time and I do it closer to the wall, because I don't want to just accidentally go into a full drop and fall out. So I take my time with it. I'm very careful. In my old age, if I was a kid, I wouldn't care so much. I'd probably just drop right into it. So anyway, that's me. Let me go ahead. I'm going to give myself credit for this right now with yoga. So here I go. Let's get started. Hopefully when I'm done, it should take me no more than 3.5 minutes. But you guys will have your mats ready and you'll do this practice with me. And if you don't, that's okay too. I hope that if you're just watching, if you get nothing else from this, you at least get some motivation to do something good for yourself, whatever it is that makes you feel good, whatever it is that you enjoy. But just make sure it's something that's good for your whole person, okay?
me on day 11 of this 30-day yoga and Pilates fusion challenge. This is a full body practice, a good mix of strength, stretch, and also balancing poses. We are going to start lying down on our backs, so all the way down, and we'll just do like a reclined knee to chest. So you can keep your left leg extended out on the mat and just pull your right knee in towards your belly. I like to flex the left foot and really push out into that heel, while at the same time I'm drawing my right thigh closer towards my stomach. It just helps to deepen sensation into the hip flexors. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me on day 11 of this 30-day yoga and Pilates fusion challenge. This is a full body practice, a good mix of strength, stretch, and also balancing poses. We are going to start lying down on our backs, so all the way down, and we'll just do like a reclined knee to chest. So you can keep your left leg extended out on the mat and just pull your right knee in towards your belly. I like to flex the left foot and really push out into that heel, while at the same time I'm drawing my right thigh closer towards my stomach. It just helps to deepen sensation into the hip flexors. And at the same time, remember to relax the upper body, only using a little bit of arm strength. And while we're here, you can do some circles with your right foot, so rolling through the ankle, maybe flexing and pointing the toes. You can reverse the direction of those circles. We'll carry this over into a twist. So our right knee will cross over the body towards the left side of the mat. You can use your left hand to guide it along. Right arm will extend out to the side. Think of pushing that right shoulder blade down into the floor, drawing the lower belly in and up. Think of stretching your right knee and your right shoulder away from one another, so they're moving in opposition. And releasing back through to center. Let's do those two poses on the other side. So straighten your right leg and pull your left knee in towards you. I'm flexing my right foot this time. Pressing my shoulder blades or the shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades going down the back. And you can find some ankle rolls with your left foot. And switching directions. And let's find our twist. Left knee crosses over the body towards the right. Left arm extends out to the side. Collarbones facing up, trying to stack our left hip on top of the right one. Coming all the way back through to center. Let's set ourselves up for lower lift, Pilates ab series exercise. I'll give you two options. So a more accessible version of this movement is to make a little diamond shape with your hands and place it underneath your tailbone and keeping head and shoulders down on the mat. We will all have our legs straight up towards the ceiling, heels kissed together, toes pointed out, and we're just going to be lowering and lifting the legs. So this is option one. Option two, if you'd like to fire things up a little bit more, you're going to bring your hands behind the back of the head and do this from a crunch position. So whatever you're choosing to do with the upper body,
We're all starting by reaching out for the toes, and think of lowering down either to a high or a low diagonal, and slowly lifting back up. And we'll just do this a few times, trying not to lift the lower back too much off of the mat. Hugging the legs into the midline. Let's lower down for 3, 2, 1, and lift up. 3, 2, 1. One more like this. Lower and lift. And pulling the knees in towards the chest. Straighten your legs to the mat. Release head and shoulders. Extend your arms up overhead. Flex through your feet. We're going to do a few roll-ups from here. So reach out through your heels. Inhale, head and shoulders lift up. And as you exhale, keep the C curve, the rounding for your spine as you stretch forward. Inhale, start to peel yourself back up. And then exhale, tuck and roll all the way back down to the starting position. We'll do that twice more. So inhale, lifting up. If you need to, you can hold on to the back of your thighs. And once you're here, really roll over this like imaginary basketball. Inhaling to peel and teasing gravity on the way down with control. Last one, just like this. Inhale and exhale over the legs. Inhale and hold once you're here. Let's cross at the ankles. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog. Planting the hands shoulder width distance apart. Feet are hip width distance apart as you lift yourself up. And just kind of wag through the hips, alternate bending and straightening the opposite leg. Find some stillness through the legs. We're just going to inhale, come forward into plank pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Twice more like this. Inhale. And exhale, push back through your heels. Last one. And exhale. Let's extend our right leg up towards the sky. And we're going to step that foot forward, coming into a high lunge. So make sure your feet are hip width distance apart here, rather than being one in front of the other. I'm bending a little bit into my back knee so that I can keep my hips underneath my shoulders. I want my tailbone to be pointing towards the back of my mat. If I straighten the leg, tailbone kind of points up towards the sky, which is not what we want here. So strong into your high lunge. Lifting up a little bit taller. And now start to reach your arms back as you tilt forward, and we're going to press up into warrior 3. So any variation with the arms that you would like in this warrior 3, think of drawing that lower belly in, keeping the hips squared to the mat, and at most you're parallel to the ground here. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, roll the shoulders back, and come up to stand, mountain pose, shake it out. Let's take a little flow. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift, flat back. And just step the feet back to plank. Lower yourself down. Cobra, roll, and lift. Downward facing dog. And we'll find that standing sequence on the second side. So left leg extends up towards the sky and find your high lunge. Feet hip width distance apart. I'm keeping again a little bit of a bend in my back knee. Lifting up nice and tall. And let's tilt forward, reach the arms back. And now focus on something that is not moving as you push off of that back leg for warrior 3. Try not to dig the toes into the floor. Lifting up through the arch of the foot instead.
And coming all the way up to mountain, shake it up. Let's take our little flow. Inhale. And exhale. You can definitely bend your knees here as you do this. Halfway lift. And plant the hands. Our last vinyasa as we lower down into cobra. And let's find child's pose from here. Pressing it back. And from this child's pose, you can just lift yourself up. And we'll just stretch into our chest a little bit. You can bring your fingertips back behind you. Bend the elbows. Squeeze your elbows and your shoulder blades together. And then lift your heart up towards the sky. Lifting back up through to center. Just a little simple twist. Left hand to your right knee. And we'll switch. Right hand to your left knee. Coming to take a seat. I'll draw our affirmation of the day from my card deck here. A nice and simple one today. I am calm and centered. I am calm and centered. Hands join at the heart. Let's chant Om together, breathing in. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this morning Yoga Pilates practice with me. I hope this challenge is going really well for you. We are inching our way towards the halfway point, which is, I don't know, really exciting. I hope you'll be able to continue on and do the entire 30 days. I would love to know if you're also doing the evening yoga challenge.
All right, I'm definitely gonna do the whole 30 days. Sorry about the little interruption when I first got started. I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on TikTok, and then I have another camera that does what do you call it? You know, where it goes like really fast. But anyway, I have another thing that's recording as well. And I looked up and it just went black, so I had to restart it. Anyway, another yoga Pilates challenge day done. Day 11 in the books. I'm happy about it. I feel like I'm like sweating a little bit. It seems like it's not as challenging, but it is. It's pretty good exercise. You know, your heart isn't pounding or anything like that, but it's definitely a good way to start the day. I guess that's all I have for today. I will be back again tomorrow. I hope you'll join me. See you guys later. Have a very blessed day, okay?